A massive heart attack can be predicted and prevented years before it happens. Last Friday, the influencer Enrique Maderite lost his life prematurely at the age of 50. A tragedy that adds to thousands of other victims of an incorrect diagnosis. So, watch this video until the end, because in it I will bring you the 3 main causes of sudden heart attack. The really important tests to prevent this condition, how to evaluate these tests. And at the end of the video, I will bring the gold standard test that can predict a heart attack years before it happens. It's very common for patients to have 90% of their coronary arteries blocked and not have any symptoms. Therefore, this information could save your life. So first, it's very important that you save this video. Even more important is that you share it with as many people as you can. And of course, go ahead and leave your like, give it a thumbs up, because that way the video will reach a lot more people. And at the end, don't forget to comment your age if you do, and properly evaluate the exams I'm going to talk about here. Unfortunately, most people and many doctors only worry about one test to assess cardiovascular health. Total cholesterol. If it's above 200, you have to take statins. You have to lower that cholesterol no matter what, even if you experience side effects from the medication. After all, the big villain for the heart is cholesterol. But is it really? A study conducted by the University of California shows that 75% of patients who had a heart attack have normal or low cholesterol. And several other studies show the same thing. And even worse, lowering your cholesterol too much increases your chances of infection, cancer, and several other diseases. After all, cholesterol is a molecule that's fundamental to life. Take a look at this study. Now what? The problem is that this test is being evaluated incorrectly. You need to measure Apolipoprotein B, which is a very specific type of cholesterol. It's made up of small, dense particles and therefore potentially oxidizable. It's the oxidized cholesterol that's the problem. It's what helps in the formation of atheroma, that blockage that occurs in our arteries. How do you check this test, Moacir? You divide your Apolipoprotein B by your Apolipoprotein A. This number needs to be appropriate, below 0.8. The higher this value, the greater your cardiovascular risk. And look, I've seen plenty of people with normal total cholesterol, sometimes even low, and with this number way up there, meaning they have a high cardiovascular risk. Second factor, homocysteine. Homocysteine is often ignored, and it's a much more dangerous risk factor than cholesterol. Because excess homocysteine causes damage to our arteries and our brain system, which can lead in the future to dementia and also to the formation of atheroma, which can turn into a future heart attack or stroke. Ideally, you should keep your homocysteine below 0.8. Moacir, but I took the test and mine was 13. The doctor said it's great. It's not great, it's high. I've said it several times here that the lab average is just an average. It doesn't mean it's ideal. Ideal is below 0.8. But relax, it's possible to lower homocysteine easily and naturally. Why does it go up, Moacir? Usually it goes up due to 3 possible factors. A failure in remethylation, which is the conversion of homocysteine into methionine. It goes back to methionine. So if there's this failure, it doesn't go back to methionine and ends up accumulating. There can also be a deficiency in the transsulfuration process, which is the transformation of this homocysteine into cysteine. And certain cofactors may also be missing and impairing this transfer, and there may also be a methylation problem happening. Moacir, I didn't get it. Relax, the solution is easy. Basically, the cofactors that make these reactions happen are methylfolate, methylcobalamin, and pyridoxal 5-phosphate. What do you think about any compounding pharmacy? Just today, I had a friend come to show me his test results. His cholesterol was 220, which means a little high total cholesterol. The doctor didn't order Apolipoprotein A and Apolipoprotein B, and his homocysteine was at 15. Do you know what the doctor did? He said my friend has to take statins. He didn't say anything about the homocysteine. So pay attention. Third, inflammatory markers. It's inflammation that oxidizes apolipoprotein B cholesterol. It's inflammation that causes most chronic and degenerative diseases, which go far beyond heart attacks. For example, cancer has an inflammatory background. Alzheimer's has an inflammatory background. So it's much more important for you to keep your inflammation low than to keep your cholesterol low. So here are some markers for you to watch out for. High sensitivity C-reactive protein ferritin fibrinogen interleukin 6 tumor necrosis factor alpha. It's very important for you to be non-inflamed. A person who is not inflamed has a much lower chance of developing chronic and degenerative diseases. But what causes this inflammation, Moacir? Well, anyone who follows me here already knows it by heart, even more by heart than I do. One of the causes of subclinical inflammation is an inadequate diet. So, if you consume a lot of processed food, industrialized food, a lot of soda, a lot of artificial stuff, that's highly inflammatory. If you overdo it, for example, with wheat flour, it has gluten. Gluten is inflammatory for everyone, not just for celiacs. If you abuse alcohol, alcohol is inflammatory, so it's very important for you to try to have the most natural diet possible. If you like alcohol, if you like beer or wine, give yourself periods where you don't consume these drinks. Exactly so your liver can recover. One of the biggest sources of subclinical inflammation is fatty liver, so it's important for you to try to have the best lifestyle possible. This will make your inflammatory markers go down. Another golden key to reduce inflammation. Fasting. Start a fasting practice. Of course, start slowly. I have several videos here about this. Fasting is the best detox you can do, okay? It will really help reduce your subclinical inflammation. Now, the gold standard test to check your heart arteries. From the age of 50, it is already recommended that you have a coronary computed tomography angiography. It used to be 60 years old, but now people are lowering it. It depends a lot on your family history. If you are experiencing any symptoms, if you are overweight, if you have inflammation, it's a good idea for you to take this test. Coronary computed tomography angiography is kind of like an ultrasound. You will assess Actually, the computed tomography scan, you will assess how your coronary arteries are and the degree of blockage. So, depending on the degree of blockage, you may already undergo angioplasty, you will have a catheterization and a stent will be placed. This can save your life. Imagine you have 80–90% of your coronary arteries compromised and you don't even know it. You don't even suspect it. If you do a coronary computed tomography angiography, you will get this result, and this can and will for sure save your life. First thing, my friends, share this video. It's very important that you bring this information to other people. Second important thing, give it a thumbs up. Did you forget to give it a thumbs up earlier? Give it a thumbs up now. It's also important that you start paying more attention to your health. You can live many years, but you have to have at least a minimum of care and attention to your health. Oh, and if you're not subscribed to our channel, it doesn't cost anything, it's free. Just click on subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell. Don't forget to select all. I hope you enjoyed this video, my friends. I hope I was helpful to you. Don't forget to follow me on other social media. A big hug to you all and see you in our next conversation. See you then.